Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will explain everything that happened in Stranger Things Season 5 Vol 2 Episode 5. The episode begins moments after the previous installment ended. Will watches as creatures overrun the area and several children are taken. Vecna's voice carries over the destruction, reinforcing how complete his control has become. Joyce and Mike reach Will. Mike hug him and says that Will is a sorcerer. Will is not relieved. He tells them the others never escaped Hawkins and admits he believes he could have intervened earlier. Vecna now has all 12 children, and Will carries the weight of that failure. And then they look at helicopters approaching at their place, and they all run into tunnels. Then we see Derek and other children trapped in upside down, and mysterious fluid flowing into their mouth. Then we see all of them waking up in a memory where Holly is, and then, as usual, Vecna tells everyone that I'm protecting you from Monster and Hawkins is in danger, and says that you all have powers, we just have to awake your powers, then we can save the world from this darkness. Then we see Dr. K and military personnel cutting open a door, and Dr. K realize that Callie and gone. While escaping through the tunnels, they find Lucas badly injured after an encounter with a Demogorgon. Once stabilized, Lucas is briefed on Will's condition. He half-jokingly crowns him Will the Wise, but Will pushes back. He does not see what's happening as true power. Instead, he explains that he can momentarily access Vecna's abilities when close to the hive mind, almost like borrowing something that does not belong to him. Will also clarifies Vecna's larger goal. The children are not prisoners. They are vessels. Then we see Hopper, Eleven, and Callie arrived at the place where Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, and Dustin were staying, but they aren't there, and Eleven is mad at Hopper that he was about to sacrifice himself. Then we see them arriving at Hawkins' lab and searching it. Then we see Holly escaping Vecna's mansion and meeting Max, and we see Derek stalking them and getting caught, and he tells them that I know everything and let me in. Once above ground, Joyce pushes for action. If Will can access the hive mind, then Vecna himself might be vulnerable. She suggests using Will's connection not against the monsters, but against their source. Two plans take shape. Erica proposes building a new tracking device with Mr. Clark's help. Lucas offers a darker idea, using the radio tower's electricity to revive a dead Demogorgon long enough for Will to reconnect to the hive. Joyce does not hesitate. They will try both. Then we see two groups of Nancy and Jonathan and Dustin and Steve searching Hawkins' lab, and Jonathan found an half-melted door. Then we see Callie and Eleven talking to each other, and Callie tells that when she tried to escape, she found out that they are using her blood to create for her Dr. Brenner program. As preparations begin, Will shares a quiet moment with Robin while adjusting the antenna. She thanks him for saving her earlier, and he credits her for helping him feel less alone. Robin opens up about coming out to Steve after the events with Tammy, explaining how saying it out loud changed everything. Nearby, a pumpkin catches fire as the equipment powers up, an unspoken signal that the plan is working. Then we see Holly and Max arriving at the place where she woke up, and they found a door there, and went inside, leading them to another past memory of Holly, and then they keep going from one memory to another. Then we see Steve and Dustin arguing that there's no shield generator and Dustin is wasting time, and then they start fighting each other. Back at the Hawkins, we see Will and other reviving Demogorgon. At this moment, Holly and Max find exit. Just as they reach the threshold leading out of Henry's constructed reality, Henry arrives. His appearance shifts, dropping the Mr. What's-It persona and fully revealing Vecna. He attacks Max, strangling her as her heartbeat flatlines in the real world. Back in Hawkins, the revived Demogorgon allows Will to reconnect to the hive. Inside Vecna's mind, Will manages to injure him, forcing Vecna to release Max. Will speaks through Vecna long enough to tell Max to run. The moment is brief. Vecna retaliates, violently severing the connection and ejecting Will from his consciousness. Will collapses, screaming, as the link is broken. Meanwhile, Nancy and Jonathan reach Hawkins' lab roof. On the roof, they locate a floating sphere crackling with electricity. Dustin rushes back, but is not able to warn them. The wall is not a generator. If they destroy it, everyone dies. Nancy fires anyway. The episode cuts to black. I hope that you like my video. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment.